Good day, my dear students. I'm Palvanova Nadira Bikpirgenovna. Today I'm responsible to deliver lessons 3 and 4, and these lessons are about tank wagon. This is a special text, and this lesson includes all skills: reading, listening, writing, and speaking. It's devoted for the third course students of technical faculties of Tashkent Transport University. And well, look at your screen, please, and on the screen of your computer you can see the presentation. The first task, you should read the text and distinguish the paragraph which points the meaning of the title out. То есть, что вы должны сделать? Nima qilishingiz kerak? Tekstni o'qishingiz kerak. Hozir mana tekstga o'tamiz va distinguish the paragraph degani bu выделить paragraf. То есть, shunaqa paragrafni topishingiz kerak. U mana bu tank cars degan, tank wagons. Mana hozir tekstga o'tamiz. The theme of the special text is tank wagon, and mana aytganimdek bitta paragraflari bor, 6ta. It consists of 6 paragraphs, and you should distinguish the paragraph, выделить paragraph. U o'zini ichiga o'sha mana tank vagon degan nomini o'ziga olgan bo'lishi kerak. Tank vagon to'g'risida bo'lishi kerak. Okay, let's start to read. Please listen very attentively because the text, I think, some students will be difficult because there are a lot of new words, new word combinations, new expressions, and now we start. Let's start to read. Listen very attentively and try to pronounce them correctly. New words and new combinations, I think. Tank wagon is used for transportation of liquid cargo, liquefied gases and powered materials. The first paragraph is: tank cars comprise the next large class of freight equipment. They are long metal cylinders mounted lengthwise on the car frames with 2 trucks. On the top of the tank is a dome with openings through which the tank is filled and sometimes emptied. Most tank cars are unloaded by drawing of their contents through a valve in the bottom of the tank. They are used for the carriage of liquids of all kinds, such as oil, acid, milk, mineral water, gasoline, tar, chemicals, lubricating oil, propane, and so on. Tank cars carrying acids or other dangerous liquids are unloaded either by sucking their content out through the dome of the car or by pumping compressed air into the tank and blowing the contents out through the dome. Some liquids from the gas, if they became too warm, and tank cars have safety valves which open and permit the gas to escape when the pressure reaches a certain point. Most tank cars are built of steel, but tank cars made of other materials are used also. Some of the tank cars which carry acids are lined with lead or rubber because some acids will set through ordinary steel. Tankers for carrying other chemicals may be lined with nickel or with stainless steel. Tank cars which carry liquids which must be kept perfectly clean are lined with glass. The transportation of bulk freight in liquid or semi-liquid form requires the use of a large number of tank cars of various types. Hundreds of different commodities are thus banded and the number of increasing. The products include crude oil, fuel oils, lubricating oils, gasoline, alcohols, acids, coal tar products, chlorine, chlorine, fertilizers, animal, vegetable and fish oils, fruit juice, wines and compressed gases. Many of these commodities require special linings or material in the tank to prevent tank damage and contamination of the products. Some tanks are made of aluminum or nickel steel to preserve them from the corrosive still preserve them from the corrosive action of the contents. Other are lined with rubber, glass, enamel, nickel or stainless steel for the transportation of certain compressed gases under the high pressure, multiplied cylinders or containers of comparatively small diameter are mounted on or from part of the car. A recent development is transportation of liquefied gases such as oxygen, or hydrogen at extremely low temperatures. These cryogenic transportation minus 450 degrees in the case of hydrogenic makes necessary cars of thermos bottle designed with the inner shell heavily insulated and with a vacuum established between the two shells. Great skill is required to minimize the structural connections between the two shells because such connections represent passes of heat flow. Well, and the next task is dear students, this text should be read it by yourself and translated by yourself and to understand, because you should retell the text and to show the teacher how do you understand it. Retelling help us to understand how to assessment the students. And the next is active vocabulary. This active vocabulary help you to understand the text. Let's read and try to translate. You can see a lot of 19 words, active vocabulary. You can see a Russian version and Uzbek version of translation. Let's read and try to pronounce correctly. Tank car, vagon цистерны. Doshqozonli, hovuzli vagon. Freight equipment, подвижный состав, harakat tarkibi. Landswider, длину, bo'ygan. Truck, tovarная platforma, yuk platformasi. A dome, qalpoq цистерны, цистерна qalpog'i. To fill, нагружать, наполнять, yuklamoq yoki to'ldirmoq. To empty. Ну, здесь написано опорожневать, но еще можно сказать опустошать. Опустошать, бошатмоq. Safety valve. Safety valve, предохранительный колпак. Himoya qalpog'i. Acid, кислота, yoki javhar. Tar, нефтяной продукт, нефть mahsuloti. Gasoline, benzin, gazolin. Benzin yoki chala tozalangan benzin bo'lishi mumkin. Xo'sh. To escape, утекать, улетучиваться. Oqib ketmoq, uchib bitmoq. Gazga, bug'ga aylanmoq degan ma'nosini bildiradi. Lead, вести, направлять. Olib bormoq, yo'naltirmoq. Stainless steel, нержавеющий, незапятнанный. Так, zangilanmagan yoki dog' tegmagan, dog'siz ma'nosini beradi o'sha so'z. Band, valik, stержень. Tekislaydigan, aylanuvchi, silindr, asos yoki o'zak. Crude oil, сырая, неочищенная нефть. Crude oil, ishlanmagan, tozalanmagan neft. Lubricating oil degan bu смазочное масло, машинное масло. Yog'laydigan moy yoki mashina moyi. Coal tar, kamennouгольный дегть yoki дегть smola desangiz ham bo'ladi. Va uni tarjimoni o'zbek tilida toshko'mir yoki qora moy, arava moyi desa ham to'g'ri keladi. To preserve, сохранять, хранить, asramoq, saqlamoq degan so'zlarni mana berishgan. It's all these words from the active vocabulary. It's help you to understand the whole text. And the next task is choose the appropriate Russian or Uzbek equivalents to the English words from the right column. Endi bu yerda sizlar nima qilishingiz kerak? Tanlashingiz kerak. Выберите правильные, подходящие русские или узбекские эквиваленты к английским словам из тех рядов, которые с правых рядов. Corrosive, korroziya so'zi berilgan bu yerda. Endi mana qarab biz написано bu yerda nima yozilgan corrosive so'ziga всасывающий, shimuvchi so'zi yozilgan. Bu menimcha tushungan bo'lsanglar noto'g'ri. O'shaning uchun mana yozilgan choose appropriate Russian or Uzbek equivalents to the English words from the right column. Mana o'ng tomonidan siz ingliz tiliga to'g'ri keladigan to'g'ri tarjimonini topib olishingiz kerak. Korroziya so'zi qayerda topib yozilgan ekan? Qani qarab ko'ramiz. Topingchi korroziya so'zini. O'sha joyda topsanglar, mana 13-da yozilgan ekan. To preserve so'zida Koroziyniy, zanglovchi. Mana birinchi so'zida corrosive, koroziyniy so'zi turishi kerak edi. Menimcha endi tushunib olgan bo'lsanglar kerak. To'g'ri tarjimoni topasizlar. And the next is translate the sentence, paying attention to underlined words. Значит, здесь нужно перевести предложение, обращая внимание на выделенные слова. Demak, bu yerda bizda studentlarimiz nima qilish kerak? Berilgan gapni tarjimon qilish kerak va o'z e'tiborini mana bo'linib yozgan so'zga, gapdagi so'zga e'tiborini qaratish kerak. Mana misoli, for example, 10 cars comprise the next large class of freight equipment. Bu yerda mana freight equipment underlined words. То есть belgilanib chiqqan so'zlar. O'shanga ko'proq e'tibor berishingiz kerak bo'ladi va buni tarjimon qilish kerak bo'ladi. By yourself. Well, and the next task is the first task. Point out the confirmations given in the text and put them in order according to their sequence. Укажите конформации, данные в тексте, и расположите их по порядку в соответствии с их последовательностью, deb berilgan bu zadaniyada. То есть в этой задании так дается. То есть вам нужно найти последовательность, расположенную по порядку слова. То есть укажите конформации, данные в тексте, и расположите их по порядку. Bu yerda hammasi aralash-quralash berilgan gaplar tekstga qarab, hamma gaplarni joy-joyiga qo'yib, to'g'ri tekst bo'yicha to'g'rilab chiqish kerak bo'ladi. O'shani sizdan talab qilyapti bu mashq. Menimcha tekstni yaxshi tushunib olgan studentga bu mashq qiyin bo'lmaydi. Keyingi mashqqa o'tamiz. And the next is find the antonyms of the following words. And the fifth task is antonyms. And менеджер, я так понимаю, что вы должны знать, найдите антонимы в следующих словах, где у вас указано mount, empty, bottom, draw, dangerous, liquid, contamination, minus degree, minimize so'zlariga antonim topishingiz kerak bo'ladi. Mana shu yozilgan so'zlarning hammasiga antonim, qarama-qarshi. Misol oq qora deganidek. Black and white so'ziga qaragandek. And the sixth task is find the synonyms of the following words and word combinations. Bu yerda naоборот sinonimlarni topishingiz kerak bo'ladi. Значит, вы здесь должны будете найти синонимы к этим словам и к выражениям. And the next task is, well, fill the cluster to the theme and retell the text according to it. Well, что вы должны будете сделать? То есть вы должны заполнить кластер до конца по теме, которая вам, по тексту, по теме, которая вам дано, и пересказать этот текст, исходя из этого кластера. Xo'sh, hurmatli studentlar, mana bu berilgan mashq bo'yicha fill the cluster to the theme and retell the text according to it degani, mana bu klaster bo'yicha temani o'qib va aytib berishingiz kerak. Mana bu klaster bo'yicha va uni to'ldirish kerak oxirigacha. Fill degani bu to'ldirish. Bitta joyi qolibdi, to'ldirilmagan, o'shani to'g'ri topsanglar, qarab tursanglar, bitta tekstni aytib berishga mumkin bo'ladi. Well, and the next task is make up questions to the text. The eighth task is make up questions to the text. Что просит у вас восьмое задание? составить вопросы по тексту. Это вы должны сделать самостоятельно, уважаемые студенты. Well, hurmatli studentlar, mana 8-mashqda make up questions to the text degani o'zlaring savol tekst bo'yicha tuzishingiz kerak bo'ladi. And the 9th task is fill the table according to your practical knowledge about the tank car. Mana bu yerda tablitsa berilgan. То есть вы видите таблицу, слова, которые вам даны из текста. И исходя по заданиям, которые вам даются, вы должны будете их все заполнить. Это вот идет у нас про цистерну. Hurmatli studentlar, mana tablitsaga qarab so'zlar berilgan. Tekstdan yaxshilab o'qib chiqib ko'rib, o'zlarining bilimlarini tekshirib ko'rishingiz mumkin. Mana sisterna to'g'risida informatsiyalarni bo'sh qolgan joylarga to'ldirib chiqishingiz kerak bo'ladi. Well, and the next is compose the annotation of the texts. Bitta nima qilishingiz kerak? O'zlaring annotatsiya, tekst bo'yicha annotatsiya yozishingiz kerak bo'ladi. O'zlaringiz annotatsiya tuzishga to'g'ri keladi. Mana hurmatli studentlar, okay, dear students, compose annotation of the text, то есть вы должны составить аннотацию по тексту. And I think our lesson is over. Our time is over. Thank you for your attention. See you next time. I'm Polvanova Nadira Bekbergenovna. Goodbye.